Hello, welcome to something unusual for this channel. Today I'm playing Avorion. I have been playing this game for a while now, and I've been playing it on a server with a friend and some kids, and so that's why I cannot record, but right now I'm alone on the server, so I thought I'd record a quick episode of hunting down one of the main quest enemies, the AI. And the first thing to do is just to fit a couple of these hyperspace upgrade modules specifically for the hyperspace cooldown, so that your ship is fast in the cooldown, because you will be searching this, and searching usually means a lot of jumps, so hopefully it will be quick enough. There's nothing much to do until you find it, and what you need is pretty much an area with a lot of empty sectors. As you can see, I have been using this area before for this task, and let's hope we will find it quickly. Otherwise I will have to make a cut in the video until we find it. It has a 5% chance of spawning in empty sectors between, I believe, 280 and 340 distance from the center. So in theory, well, 1 in 20 sectors. There also used to be a special algorithm that would make it spawn after no more than 8 jumps, but as far as I understand, this is currently not working. The game is still in very early access, or let's say in early access. It has been around for a while, and it's actually pretty stable. Oh, while we are here, let's enable the rest of my guns. Although I will be disabling some of my railguns for this fight, because the AI is a little bit special. One of the main reasons, or the main reason, and here we go, the main reason why I'm actually fighting the AI is to get the loot. And if you damage the AI too quickly, if you kill it too quickly, you actually get less loot. So that's why I tried to draw out the fight a little bit. And at this point the AI is just one ship, but as soon as we start shooting off parts, it actually splits off ships. You can read up on this on the wiki page. I will probably be linking in the description of the video. So when you have independently firing weapons, automatically firing weapons, then you have to be a little bit careful, because they will uncontrollably split off parts, and that actually increases the damage, the incoming damage you will see from this enemy. So it's really a fun enemy. Shields are down, okay, and as you can see, parts are starting to split off, and I will focus on killing the small ones and trying not to kill them too quickly, which is why I already disabled the majority of my railguns. There's only one left active right now. And of course my ship is on the trinium level, so it's basically the material that is found quite a bit closer to the core, to the center of the galaxy, which is why I can tank this enemy quite well. It's usually when you first may encounter this enemy, it is really tough because of it dealing shield harming damage, and yeah, just because of the extra strategy it requires. But I like to farm it for a little bit, because it not just yields one of the purple modules each time, but usually also 2 red modules, legendary ones, and a couple yellow, golden ones, and lower grade modules. And of course the reason to collect these modules is to be able to upgrade them eventually into all very high grade modules, and also it's a little bit relaxing. Otherwise you would need to kill enemies and salvage all of their ships, the wrecks, just to get all of this loot, and with the AI you can just skip the salvaging part if you want. You can still salvage, but there's usually not a lot of debris left because of this splitting into multiple parts, and then you're shooting into these concentrated areas, and that means you usually, before salvaging, kill off the most of the debris. But anyway, that's also a way to get all of this loot, and you will see by the end of the fight at what is now collecting here. Let's see, how can I show this? Yeah, here we already have a golden module, and there's a couple more golden ones here. Let's see, do we already have a red one? Yeah, actually back here in the center of the screen, back there are 2 red modules already dropped, so we will have decent loot this time. Okay, there's a small one, there's a small one. A little bit too large. Just a very relaxing way to end your evening after a long day of work. Let's see, where do we want to shoot next? Oh, there's actually one up there. Well, how did you get there? And since there are so many enemies clustered together, you don't even have to aim for them, just point and shoot. As I mentioned, it is a little bit relaxing. If you're not yet on this level of ship, and just to show you again, I'm on the 5000 volume class, 5000 processing power, just enough to get, 7 upgrade modules. The next one would be 12,500 volume. And I also actually have some unarmed turret mods, because I do have salvagers on this. I don't want to refit every time. But yeah, if you're not yet on this level, be careful with this enemy. You can easily fly away from it. It's not that fast, but that still requires that your weapons can outrange it. So definitely railguns. With a railgun or 2 you can easily take it down. I'm not sure whether it's one of the enemies which scale with your power, but even so. Let's see. It appears this time I don't get pirate spawn. Sometimes you get the Soten, the aliens of this game, to spawn while fighting them, and then you can temporarily increase your standings with them. Unfortunately, that's not permanent with them, because anytime they spawn they will be automatically forced to maximum negative standings by the game, so that's not a thing. But one time I got them well above neutral, which is very interesting. And another time I had a pirate spawn, and since the pirates spawned far enough away and early enough, I pretty much got them to I think even positive standings. Anyway, neutral enough that they will no longer fire on me, which can be interesting if you want to live the life of a pirate. Then you of course still need some place to sell your stuff, and pirate stations will be the only ones for that. Otherwise it's just more of a fun thing to do, get some pirate friends. Again, in this far out from the center of the galaxy, and we can look at this. Here's the center of the galaxy. You can see here the ring of the inner core zone, and that's the outer boundary, so we are not even halfway to the core where this enemy spawns. So it's not really heavy difficult enemies, but also the pirates here are still relatively relaxing. No big issues, but You know, I don't know why you would want to befriend them, but if you want to, that's one of the ways to do so. Let's see, there's still some alive. Enabled the additional railguns for one shot, so I could more easily kill the shields, and that's actually it. And if you have played Avorion yourself, you probably agree this is a really nice amount of loot. Let's get some of our loot collection mods in here. Those are each has 860 meters additional loot collection range, and that's what it looks when you collect all of this fun, nice loot at the same time. So yeah, an additional legendary module here. Oh, a couple exotics. We can look at what we collected in a moment, but that's pretty much the fight against the AI. Be careful not to split it into too many parts and you will be safe. So let's see, what did we get? Of course one of these. And as you see, I already got a couple of them. And then a bunch of all of the white blinking ones is what we got this time. So a bunch of pity, which is the lowest grade, and quite a lot of normal common ones, and then a few higher level ones. Let's maybe check out the higher level ones. A shield booster with a 15% recharge rate. It's not too bad. I might want to replace one of my other ones. This one, for example. Let's see. Mining system, that's not interesting. Another shield module that does not have a lot of properties, so I think this time the loot overall is not that great. But as I said, these are mostly for upgrading to higher levels at the research station. In a second I will look at the guns or the weapons which we got, so let's see. But just reposition a bit so the salvagers can continue working. They are autonomous, so independently firing, just salvaging everything that's within range. Let's see, of course many white guns, and wow, 10 new of the quad plasma turrets, which are completely useless because of their low damage, but something in the drop table of this enemy gives me tons of these. And let's just check whether we got any higher quality interesting turrets. So we got a double anti-fighter turret with 33 damage. Okay, I will keep that. An independent chain gun with less than 100 damage per slot. A repair turret. Now I really don't care about repair turrets, I'm sorry. It's not even independent targeting. So, well, not very exciting loot, but it's a little bit on and off. Sometimes you get better loot, sometimes worse. This Tesla turret, for example, is reasonably acceptable. This one as well. Although, why does this take so much more damage? More energy to fire. That's weird. Almost the same kind of turret, but almost the same damage per second, as you can see. They both have a reasonable, this one is 53% extra damage, 63, so they should use the same amount of energy, but they are completely different. I think I will scrap this one, it's just garbage with this high energy usage. So anyway, if you enjoyed this short episode of Avorion and would like to see more of this game, I might be able to squeeze out a couple more recordings if I'm alone. Otherwise, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and maybe see you in one of my other series. Bye bye.